Okay, guys, for you that are interested, here's kind of the daily devotional, what's going on in my life kind of thing. So going to Texas, it was really great to see my family, and it's more common in Texas, but they are more Catholic, is most of my family. And I was discussing with my grandma in the car because they always wanted me to be Catholic. And I told my grandma, I said, I'm a Christian. This is, what I believe and things like that. And so it was really cool because she was kind of asking me questions like, how do you know? And, um, things because I haven't seen him in 10 years. So I got to update her a little bit about why I became a Christian, why I like being a Christian, and how I see God. And then after talking to her about that, there was several of my friends, or she's like, yeah, but how do you know you're serving God or something? And we could get into religion, but the thing, I think maybe it's Paul's letters or something, but some of the letters were basically that we're all more alike than we are different. And why nitpick these little things about religion when we're all trying to move towards the same thing? Whether you know it or not, we're all trying to find understanding in the earth. Most of us are trying to connect with some kind of worldly thing, whether it be God or aliens. I mean, some being up there that who is watching us, God or otherwise. We're all trying to move towards the understanding of why we are here on this earth. And I think it's easier to come together and help each other out rather than tear each other apart. And one of my friends was asking me, she's like, but how do you know God is there? And the thing is, you don't. You can't really just say, well, he is there. Yes, you can feel the air and the wind, and that's kind of how God proves to you. It's very subtle. You kind of know it's there. You see some things to say, this is bigger than me, but you can't really claim it. Or how do you know that's God? Well, here's how I know there's a God, and this might help you, this might not. But first of all and foremost, I always want to tell you, if you question if God's there or not, you can do exactly what I did. Is I called God out. I said, hey, if you're there, I need you. I need you to prove this to me. I need to know you're there. And I didn't do it in a selfish, like, yeah, whatever. I really was heartfelt about it. Like, if you're there, I want to believe in you, but I need more of a sign. I don't know how to believe in you. And that really got some things rolling for me. But then here's the thing, is I realized I looked back on my life and where I was before God and where I was after. And my friends are like, yeah, but what if God wasn't there? And I realized, I'm like, what are my biggest morals? To serve others, to take care of myself, just to be happy? What is that? Is that just, I got to drink and sleep and do every carnal thing my body desired? Or, serving others, doing something with my life, leaving an impact on my family, spending time with my family? That I realize my life is better with God in it than God out of it. Because I look back to where I was before God, I was lost, I was bitter, I was scared, I was lonely, I was trying to do everything myself, I was never at peace, I was always afraid of everything because I felt like the world was crushing in around me all the time and just suffocating me. Then after God, I started to find peace. I started to realize I could trust Him, that I didn't need to take on all these worries, that all this stuff wasn't for me. That I realized if I died, I wouldn't want to change my life. If I died and there was no God, I had lived a better life serving Him than to not at all. That I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing. And that's when I realized that, God is very much real for me. And that's how I want to live my life. That if worse came to worse, that's basically God's not real. It really doesn't change anything that I'm doing. I wouldn't change it. The only thing that I think it could change for you is if you're a bit of a martyr, is that sometimes we try to do things out of our own good works. I know I've done it, trying to get like brownie points from God. Be like, look at, I just did this, like, ooh, I gave money away, when you weren't called to do that, or trying to help people that are out of your own works that God didn't call you to do, or you're just trying to get a pat on the back for it. You want someone to see you doing something good, and you're trying to earn God's love, and that's not going to work for you or for him. You're just going to feel terrible. You have to do it because it's a relationship. Why do you buy your parents presents or your kids presents? It's because of that love for them. You absolutely genuinely love them, and you want to please them and make them happy. God's kind of the same way, is that when you love him and you understand his love for you, you want to do more naturally. And so you just live a better life and want to help more people in it. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything crazy. And everyone's called to do something a little bit different. It might be serving at your church. It might not. It might be, if you have more money, giving more money away to certain people, lending your home out to more people because you have the room. It's going to be different for everyone. But you can take heart knowing, like, is God there for me? Is he not? That just think about the days when it was the worst, when you didn't know God. Or if you're trying to find God, I really want you to call out to him. He will prove himself to you. If you're lonely, if you're scared, even if you're mad at him. I've had to do that before, where I said, God, I'm really mad at you. I don't understand why I'm in this situation. Can you help me understand? And always, sometimes it happened right away, sometimes it happened a lot later, but everything always made sense after I went through it. So take courage, guys. He is there for you. Live your life a way that you won't regret when you die, that you can say, you know what, I spent my life well. And if you're doing something that doesn't make you happy, reach out and ask him to help you get through it. And he'll put a light on every single one of you, that if there's something he wants you to change, you can do that together. So I hope that helps you. Like, share, comment below as always.